Welcome to another episode of Ozfish. Dave here, let's get some. It's another one of those days today, mate. Only for the hardcore. Man, it is overcast and I've just been through some horrendous storms and heaps of rain. So, but I've been out on a wreck out in the Bight there and filled my live bait tank up, yeah, full of liveys. So I've got heaps of liveys. Yeah, I'm just filling my live bait tank up, just waiting for the tide to turn. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm fishing lower in the system on the run out tide, see if I can get a big dog. And then I was just talking to Brandon and I'm going to pick him up about 8:30 and we're just going to cruise up the river a bit and fish the running tide and fish till late. So anyway, see what happens, see if I can catch some jewfish. Yeah, when I'm jew fishing, what you're actually experiencing is a braid-free zone. So on my boat, when I'm jew fishing in the river, live baiting, there is no braid whatsoever. So every one of my rods is spooled up with mono. Yeah, like I'll have, you know, like I'm fishing with 30-pound mono on my two big spinning outfits. I think I've got a lighter outfit that I'm playing around with. That's got 25-pound mono on it. And yeah, I've got a big dog outfit, big game rod out the back with a big paternoster rig on it. That's 50-pound mono. And even when I'm catching live bait, I have my live bait outfit spooled up with monofilament, so mono. So this is a 12-pound Platypus Platinum. And there's two advantages to that, like when you're using mono when you're catching live bait. One is it's really cheap to spool up your reels, which I like, which is really cool. That's another advantage of spooling all your jew fishing outwards with mono, because it's way cheaper than braid, and it's super effective. You know, takes out that bump, big huge bump and lunges of jewfish when you're chasing them. And another thing, when you're catching live bait on the mill, it gives you this really like rubber band effect. So what I found is you can have multiple like yellowtail on your bait jig, and what happens is that yeah, you don't pull the hooks, you don't rip out of their mouths very often. So yeah, it's kind of like a little strange to get used to at first, but yeah, it's super effective. You know, when you're catching live bait, a no braid zone, man. This is old school, mate. We don't use braid when we're jewing. Nope. What's going on here? Like when you're fishing deep in the river, in the deep water sections, one thing you get a lot of is the good old Port Jackson shark. Oh. No, man, you got me circle hook down. You're gonna have to live with that, brother. For taking me yellowtail, you're gonna have to live with that circle hook. Hopefully it'll wear out, but powerful fish. Kidding. Hope I get my circle hook back. Man. What have we hit here? Probably another Port Jackson. Kidding. It's 5 Port Jackson sharks. If you want to know how to catch Port Jackson sharks, yeah, just send me a comment on YouTube, man, and I'll fill you in. Tell you exactly how to do it. Because, man, I'm a master at it. Yeah, man, I'm an absolute master at catching Port Jackson sharks. Oh, that's me 6th goddamn Port Jackson shark. Oh, another shocking day. But hey, it's when you get the big dog.
Oh, you better put some pressure on it. That is a big fish.
That was a good run, Brandon.
Hell yeah.
Take your ball too. Just wind that rod in.
That was a crazy run. That was like 20 seconds straight of run.
what that fish did was, like, he took a big smoke and run out to the northeast there, and then what he did was he immediately just charged the boat, came straight back at me. So he's close to the boat. That's a good fish.
That's a huge fish.
Very close to the boat.
Watch that anchor rope.
He's just here, right at the boat here. So he's actually just down here. So he's very close to the boat. It's unusual, like, this is quite a large fish, and he's smoked out to the northeast, and now what he's done is he's charged the boat. Now what he's done is he's come very close to the boat. So I'm going to bring him round and just grab the net. I'm going to need that two-handed.
Yeah.
Put the GoPro in your hand, yeah?
Yep. I'm gonna have to pass it off to you. Can we move this setup that's beneath you? Okay.
Yes. Okay, here he comes. Hang on. Get him, throw him down, throw that net down low. Punch him, punch him, punch him. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, that's a cracking fish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
115.
Yeah, it'd be right around the size of the last one.
Oh. Look at that hook. Right in the corner of the mouth, man. Straight out. You got Brandon? Oh, was it
14?
114. Man, that's a big solid fish, eh? Very, very healthy fish. Oh yeah. What do you think?
It's chunky.
114, that's what we're looking for, bro. Here we go. Got him out a bit. Yeah, man. Ooh. Mate, 7 Port Jacksons and then a 114. All right, let's get him back. Beautiful fish, big mouth. Oh. Magnificent fish, aren't they? Oh yeah, Brandon. Hey, that was a good fish. Every time I get a big fish now, I do that Jewfish dance, man. I could work on my Jewfish dance. Oh yeah. All right, Brandon.
Oh, we're on.
Oh, there's a fish. Grab it. Up that drag a little. Up that drag a little. Not a bad fish.
I gotta slow it down.
Yeah, right. What do you need to do, bro? Oh yeah, Brandon. Which way's he going?
A little bit to the right here.
Well, Brandon, I was just about to do a a little intro on the surprise I bought for us, the hand line, and mate, get our second fish, booyah. See if you can bring it around this side of the boat, mate.
I'm gonna try to bring it here.
Oh, hang on.
I'll move that rod. Yeah, not a bad fish.
He's moved around a bit, bud. He's gone from one side of the boat to the next.
Weird reeling on this side.
There he is.
Oh, yeah, it's a good fish.
God damn.
That might be
Back
one
that drag
point.
off. Back that drag off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do the swap on the yeah, take that. Watch that other rod. Oh no. Keep him going. Got him. Oh. Yeah.
That
Good fish too.
massive fish.
That's your PB, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Popped out. Similar size, eh?
Yeah, it's a big fish. Yeah, 115.
115.
Yep.
Ah. Hey? Whoa, that's a big call, man. I'm a catch and release guy. You really want it? Yeah, if you want, you can have it if you want. All right, Brandon. Yeah, that's an epic fish, mate. Like, how what do you go?
Oh, 115.
Yeah, 115. Yeah, really nice fish. Is that your PB?
Yes. That's yeah, 8 centimeters bigger than my PB. Previous PB. Yeah.
Oh yeah, mate. That's a beautiful fish, mate. Beautiful fish. All right. So let's drop him on the deck, mate. Okay, so Connor, he's come out of the dark and he said, Dave, can I have that fish, mate? Have you had it caught a Jew before?
Of course, but not a keeper.
Not a keeper? And you never eaten one?
No.
Just hold him up for me, bro. Yeah, so he's a nice fish, like he's a 115. All right, Connor, you got me at a weak moment, mate.
Thank you.
Well, Brandon, before we were rudely interrupted, I brought a little surprise for us. Like, I thought, what we do, let's actually see if we can actually crack one on a hand line, mate. What do you reckon?
You're gonna be the one reeling it in.
Yeah, I'll reel it in. Righto, we'll bridle rig her up and I'll throw her out. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a few loops of line off. Here we go with the hand line. I haven't got a whole lot of line on this hand line. So what I'm going to do is take the snapper rack out. fish here. That should be enough to hold it there and see what happens. See if we can get one on the hand line. Got him on the hand line. Not real big, but
Made a hell of a racket.
he didn't it?
Shame we didn't get that on camera. It was loud. Need the net? You got the line tangled in the net there.
Oh yeah, on the hand line, bro. Man, it just keeps getting better and better, Brandon. Doesn't it? It's only a small fish. We're about a 60, but mate, first ever fish on the hand line. We'll have to start deploying that. So what do you think of the new hand line setup, Brandon?
Yeah. It definitely lets you know when there's a fish on it.
Yeah, when you get a fish on it, it just rattles on the boat, doesn't it? Which is good. You reckon you could handle a big dog on the hand line?
I mean, I'd give it a go.
What's going on with this hand line is that this hand line, it's actually 200-pound jinkai. That's kind of all I had. So when I get a bit of cash, I'm going to go to the tackle shop and drop it down to about 100. Make sure I've got about 100 metres of 100. It should be enough, you know, but at the moment I've probably only got about 40 or 50 metres of 200. So if we hit a big fish, going to have to just lock up, take a wrap on it, enter a double wrap and just lock up on it. We haven't got a lot, but yeah, it certainly is a spin out to catch them on a hand line. Because what I used to see is I used to see the professional fishermen fish like this in the river, like yeah, they'd be out and they'd be meshing mullet. So what they'd do is they'd be catching mullet, pulling their mesh nets, and what would happen is they'd have a big stacker box full of water. They'd get a couple of big live mullet, they'd throw it straight in, the most lively ones, throw the other mullet into their ice, and they'd roar down. I used to see them roar down towards the bridge and up towards Fullerton Cove and that. And I used to watch these two brothers fish, these pro fishermen. They had big 100-pound hand lines, and they'd have these big mullet, and they'd just whop big mullet out and see them there sitting there smoking durries. And I used to see them whacking big Jew on the hand lines. So I thought, mate, if they can do it, mate, I can do it. Hand lining, good fun. Alrighty, that's a wrap for Ozfish, mate. The session started off really, really tough. I went out there and I was fishing low on the river deep, and all I caught was like seven big Port Jackson sharks. I don't think I've ever caught that many Port Jackson sharks in a single session on my own. But anyway, that was really, really painful. So then I gave Brandon a call and I picked him up at the boat ramp probably about 8:30 and cruised up the river there, and we just waited a little bit until the tide turned and just cruised around, had a bit of a sound around, and then dropped the anchor. And then you wouldn't believe it, like we got a really nice fish first up at 1.14 m, and mate, it was a scorching run, wasn't it, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Mate, it was an epic run. Anyway, I got that fish, that was really cool, and let that fish go. And then Brandon got a really nice fish after that as well, like a 1.15. And I think is that your PB, Brandon?
That's my PB, yeah.
So that's Brandon's PB. I think before that his PB was a 107, so
yep.
He's jumped up to like 1.15, and that was a really good fish too. And then what happened was I was fishing next to a young bloke I've met a couple of weeks ago, Connor, and he saw me with that second fish, and he said to me, "Oh, Dave, are you going to let that fish go?" And I went, yeah. And he went, "Mate, can I have it? I've never tasted Jewfish before. I've never tried Jewfish." Like, Connor got I think a 65 when I saw him a couple of weeks ago, first ever Jew he scored. So he got me in a very, very, very weak moment. So I ended up giving Connor that fish. So anyway, that's good. Like, him and his girl, they'll be able to, you know, eat that fish, spread it around the family, and yeah, Jewfish is a nice eating fish. And then you would not believe it, I brought my hand line tonight to try for the first time, and actually got one on the hand line. Small fish, about a 60, but really cool. So got a fish on the hand line. And then yeah, it's gone really quiet for the last hour and a half, no fish. So we're going to pull the last two rods in, and we're going to head on home. So started bad, ended awesome. So if you do like what I'm doing, if you like the content I create, if you like the videos that I do, always make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, send me a comment. I get back to most blokes, helps the channel grow. And remember, let's get some.